last year Binance had a huge hack, I think $40 million, and Binance and CZ tried to convince mining pools to roll back the Bitcoin blockchain, which would invalidate everything Bitcoin is built on. So he tried to convince all these mining pools to say, hey, let's restart from this block so I don't have to lose all my money. Dingoos, good morning. I hope you're having a fantastic morning today. I have a very exciting and just fun episode. This is going to be a fun episode. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin, a mystery token that is a long-term hold. And you know how seriously I take long-term hold positions. And I love my long-term hold positions. And I only long-term hold essential infrastructure pieces. I have a lot more research to do on this token, but it has sparked my interest enough that I could potentially see a long-term hold position in this token. And guess what? It's not even listed on decentralized exchanges today. So, and it's going to be listed in the upcoming week. So, make sure you stay tuned for that. At the end, I do have a challenge that I will be participating in as well. So you want to hear that and stay tuned until the end. And let's just jump right into it. This segment is called Time for the Trash Tokens, and it's going to go through the top 100, and I'm just going to name tokens that are objectively trash. And if this token or project has any smidgen of utility, I will leave it out. These are the trash of the trash. There's kind of trash where I don't like the creators, not utility yet, but I'm going to leave those out, and this is the trash of the trash, right? So we're going to take out the trash today. Tether, use a different stablecoin. Unnecessary risk when you use Tether, guys. Next is XRP. I consider this the trash of the trash, guys. XRP is going to be gone and over with after this cycle. Litecoin, trash. Bitcoin Cash, trash. Stellar, 3/4 trash. A little smidgen of utility, very small amount. Dogecoin, meme trash. Let's keep going now. This is the starting lineup for the trash team right here. So here we go. EOS, Bitcoin SV, IOTA, Tron, NEM, Tezos, trash, 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 trash. All of them trash. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. This is fun, guys. I'm enjoying this too much right now. Let's keep going. Ethereum Classic, trash. Zilliqa, trash. Icon, trash. Nano, trash. OMG Network is having a lot of problems right now, and it's kind of going into trashdom a little bit. Qtum, funny story with Qtum. I still hold Qtum in an exchange wallet on Wabi's exchange wallet that I have no access to anymore. But that's trash as well. There we go. Those are trash. If you hold those, what are you doing? Because they have no future potential. Oh, Neo, I forgot Neo is trash, and Ontology. I said both of the Neo trash tokens. Ontology is like Neo 2.0, and guess what? It's still trash. It's still trash. I bought this at $2 when it dropped, and it's at $126, guys. And it has no development. Like, stuff like that is objectively trash, and if you hold any of those tokens, you might want to rethink your position. Anyways, let's move on to Mr. Joseph Young when he says the Bitcoin rally is much more sustainable than previous bull cycles. Why? Whales are actively buying and accumulating Bitcoin, not selling or taking profits. This strengthens the foundation of the uptrend. A strong foundation. We like that. What I find interesting is that whales have been buying in the $30,000 to $40,000 range, possibly due to the Tesla news creating significant interest around the crypto market in general. This is a highly encouraging mid to long-term trend. There we go. Boom, shakalaka. That's what I like to hear. Now let's talk about Willy Woo. I see Jan and John, or Jan, talk. I don't know who those people are. I highlighted them because I don't know. Saying price discovery showing up. Oh, hey, now I do. Look at that. Hey, you learn new things every day. I guess they're just referring, I don't know why he didn't add them, but anyways, price discovery showing up strong support at 48,000, previously 35,000. Look at that. We are in price discovery mode, and guess what we found? A new support level sitting at 48,000, guys. A new support at 48,000. Nice to see for sure. Now let's move on to Mr. James Wang. Between Stripe, Square, Bitcoin, and DeFi, banks are so dead. I could not agree with him more. Banks are so dead and they don't even know it. Stripe eats business banking. Square eats retail customers. Bitcoin eats Fed wire. DeFi eats lending, and DeFi eats a lot more than that, guys. Banks are dinosaurs. Displays at the Smithsonian. They just don't know it yet. Hey, that's just like I just said. They just don't know it yet. Now let's talk about Grayscale. Grayscale is no longer just fielding interest from family offices and hedge fund endowments and pension funds, guys. Endowments and pension funds are also looking to build cryptocurrency exposure. Boom. People only can deny data for so long. At the end of the day, they look at Bitcoin's historical performance and they have no option but to join and to hedge their risk on all these other assets with exposure to Bitcoin. It's just a matter of time. It really is. And look at that. This cycle is more like 2013 than 2017, which is very surprising. I mean, look at this. I can't believe we are outperforming 2017 right now. That's very impressive for sure. And now let's go into a reason why we might be outperforming. Is because inflation is out of control. And check this out. This is just a real life example. Obviously, anecdotal evidence, and that's not objective evidence. So this is anecdotal, so take it with a grain of salt. But let's listen in.
Buy a house? How do you buy a house without $1 million?
I totally feel for her. Check this out. This property is located in Stouffville, which is an hour straight north of Toronto. It was listed for $788, last sold in 2018 for $800, and sold over $500,000 above ask 2 days ago.
Assets are appreciating with inflation. So inflation maybe on consumables are not appreciating, but asset prices are appreciating. And I think that's part of the reasons why we're seeing such a rally in the stock market. Obviously the last week has been kind of a Debbie Downer on the stock market, but overall we saw a huge appreciation in stock prices, primarily due, in my opinion, to asset appreciation due to inflation. That's what I think the primary cause of this rally in the stocks have been, is just inflation of assets. And I think that's why we see that. And now let's talk about Pool Together, because I talked about it yesterday. I talked about their airdrop. I bought some and I had exposure to the airdrop, so I'm going to be holding this a little while longer. As you can see, circulating supply is going up substantially. I mean, I'm looking for the 4 million to 5 million range of circulating supply to settle in, and this can easily reach 100 mil in my perspective. So I think 28 might be a little overvalued right now, but also the crypto market is very irrational. So at the same time, it could go to $100. Who knows? $100 might be a little steep. We'll see. Definitely could reach 75, 100, but I'm not playing that. I'm looking for it drop back down to 15. I might re-enter a position. And now let's talk about the token that I'm excited for sure. Pool Together and Radical are the latest compound governance forks added to Cybele.org. Are we missing any? Some work being done to enable other gov systems. Sharing infrastructure is powerful force for DeFi. So what is Radical? First, their token is out. Only 27 people like this. Here's their Ethereum address. Let's go into some of their papers. I mean, this is a very powerful project, guys. I need to look a lot more into it because I personally don't understand exactly what it's used for until I probably use it. That's how I usually learn, is using the product. But like I'm using it to learn it. I can't really understand it reading, and that's just how I learn, guys, unfortunately. But in short, the economic model of the Radical token subjects users to fees when they interact with certain Ethereum-based protocols, unless they are members, token holders. By buying or being rewarded and holding the amount of tokens, users can avoid or have discounted fees and participate in the governance of the network. Members maintain governing control over all Ethereum-based smart contracts, and most importantly, the Radical treasury, which holds more than 50% of the total token supply. So radical, guys, only 27 people like this on CoinGecko, guys. This is way under the radar. Hayden Adams, the founder of Uniswap's talking about it. They're bootstrapping liquidity pool on Tuesday, February 23rd is coming out, guys. And here's their radical token address. I mean, check every day if they have a balancer pool out. They are going to have, so let's look at their vesting schedule quickly. 2022, 50 million about will be in circulating supply. So I'm going to be looking at radical under $5 is a very reasonable price, and if I can get it under $5, I'm probably going to have a long-term position in radical for sure. I don't know exactly how it's used yet, but if Hayden Adam is tweeting about it, I'm in. And if you go and look at radical's Twitter, let's do that real quick. Twitter, look at all the people tweeting about it. Definitely something. Free your code. Something that I just don't understand, but a lot of people are tweeting about it, talking about it. I mean, a lot of people, guys. A lot of very smart developers, DXDAO. It's something to look in. When you see something like this happening, like GitHub to peer-to-peer equals radical, like, I don't understand that, but also it looks bullish as fuck. Like, what? Like, definitely something to look into, guys. This is the signs you want to, and then understand it and have exposure, because the best way to learn about a project is having price exposure to it, because it forces you to look at it and pay attention to it. And that's what my plan is with this token. Anyways, let's go into some Binance Chain stuff, because volume is bubbling on Binance Chain, which is fine. But I do want to point some things out. And Mr. Wang, I definitely butchered his name, but we're going to move forward. I can't tell if crypto Twitter is actually sleeping on what's happening on Binance Chain, or is too proud to talk about it. The metrics speak for themselves. Legit teams are building on it. I'm not here to shill Binance on their tokens. Generally curious why there is such a big disconnect and lack of conversation around it. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's read Chainlink God quickly. What original projects are being created on Binance Chain? It seems to be mostly forks of existing projects on Ethereum, but now on a centralized network. That's exactly my thoughts. Link is on Pancake. Okay, this is nothing. But let's move on to my favorite thing right here. So Mr. Swag Time is Prime. Obviously he's credible, right? His opinion's credible. Mr. Swag Time is Prime. Sounds good to me. I'll take his opinion for fact. But anyways, I do like it, and I actually do agree with it, because it's centralized as fuck, and that's the antithesis to crypto. I'm here for decentralization, not fucking Binance Chain. And then I also like Mr. Harry Glenn saying the fact that 99% of people can't even tell you its security model really says it all. I totally support new people trying out the tech without paying $50 a transaction, but it's not a competitor to Ethereum. The global settlement layer won't have the name Binance in it. How powerful is that? I love that to such a high degree, because the global settlement layer will not be centralized. If it is centralized, it won't win. End of story, guys. End of story. If there's a centralized blockchain, it will not win as a global settlement layer, because some person or individual or group can roll it back. And that's what blockchain's all about, is the inability of a centralized organization to manipulate the blockchain. And Binance can manipulate Binance Chain anytime they want. And Mr. CZ Binance today says decentralization rocks. And you know what's funny about that? He says people CZ Binance follows or mentions can reply, but nobody else. So he's in his own confirmation bubble. He only lets people that say nice things reply. But me here, I quote tweeted this. Go follow me, because I thought this was funny, but it only got 4 likes. Go like this for me. Remember when you try to roll back the Bitcoin blockchain? You could care less about decentralization. If you just accepted what you are instead of pretending to be what you're not, or what you're obviously not, I might respect you. And basically, Binance Chain is the farthest thing from decentralization. And he says decentralization, even though last year Binance had a huge hack, I think $40 million, and Binance and CZ tried to convince mining pools to roll back the Bitcoin blockchain, which would invalidate everything Bitcoin is built on. So he tried to convince all these mining pools to say, hey, let's restart from this block so I don't have to lose all my money. Fuck you, CZ. And guess what? I mean, guys, people that compensate for shit, I'm just saying, he's like driving a big truck, a big jacked up truck. And what does that compensate for? I don't know. CZ, I don't know. Brian Legend and CZ. And Arthur Hayes, he's back, dude. Arthur Hayes from BitMEX. He's not in jail yet, but he says black is back. My opening salvo for 2021 just dropped called Walk Away. I looked forward to re-engaging with everyone via fortnightly publications. It's a Bitcoin bull market. If you mess with the bull, you get the horns. And look at this. Bro, shouldn't you be in jail or something? I love crypto Twitter, dude. It's so hilarious. So hilarious. And now let's go into the challenge for today. Let's listen in.
Are hesitant about whether or not to share the good news about their life, and I think it's often because when people share good news about their life, people don't necessarily respond positively. They don't get encouragement. And people need so little encouragement. It's just unbelievable. And so they'll tell me something good, and I think, oh, that's so good. Somebody says, oh, I'm getting along way better with my father. I hadn't seen him for 10 years, and now we get along. It's like, God, great. And then the power of that, you can't overstate the power of that for individuals to get their life together. The individual is an unbelievably powerful force, and every single person who gets their act together a little bit has the capacity to spread that around them. It's a chain reaction, and so it's...
Okay, we're going to create a chain reaction here. I'm going to put something below that has been a positive thing in my life that has nothing to do with money. The one rule, it has nothing to do with money. And you have to comment below a positive thing that happened in your life that has nothing to do with money, guys. And I'm going to comment mine. Go ahead and read it, and go comment yours, and I will definitely get back to you, because we need to have a chain reaction of positivity and nothing surrounding monetary money. Nothing around money, guys. Money, hey, money can only positively impact your life to such a degree, and then it's pointless. And now let's move on to, oh, geez, not my metrics. Shit. All right, you saw that I've only earned $20 in my crypto history. God damn it. Yeah, YouTube has not been paying the bills, but hey, you know what? Crypto's paying the bills, so I don't really care. Anyways, like and subscribe, because I need to get my YouTube money up. And go ahead and Discord, Telegram, and Dingooo, and personal Twitter. Go follow those, and go like my Mr. CZ. You probably carry around Magnum condoms too, huh? Compensation. But anyways, yeah, that's all. Peace out, dingoes, and dingle dingle.